Okay, today we're going to be tackling the solutions on this side of the bed. Now, for this corner here, I think I'm just going to take this structure, shorten it and modify it so that it can fit inside of here. Because at the moment it's a little too long. But I know if I take it and I make it about that much shorter, so in other words, move this whole structure into here, it'll fit in really nice and snug here. But for over here, we have a different solution. Okay, this solution is going to be a little complex. The ground is going relatively level, but if you look at the fence behind me, you'll see it's staggered down in steps. Now, I want to be able to use these beams on these fencing panels so that I can rest that over here and I can have the another beam coming down here like this, so that we get a nice flat, well, it'll be a slightly angled, but we'll get a nice thing that if I put a hinge on there, I can then just flip it up and the whole structure will move up, and then obviously have one of these longer beams which is the right size for that panel going along like this. So that's the idea that I'm going for at the moment, and I think it'll be a good solution, but that means that for every one of these, I'm going to have to make a different pocket for one of those, so that when I flip it up, it's going to be right. And so I'll have one here, and a smaller one in there to make up the difference of that. And I think that'll be an elegant solution. Okay, what I've done now is I've measured out on this piece of beam that's going to go along this edge over here, where I want my planks that will go through there. Now I'm going to be selecting, I think it'll either be 3 or 4 that I want going along there to support the netting, and of course to anchor against the back. So I'm now going to be screwing these planks onto there. So I'm just going to be marking out with my spark each hole that I want to screw up against here. And that one's already been used. So. Now with this I'm going to put probably about 3 holes in. In fact, what I think I must do is I must get a drilling machine and pre-drill this plank, because it splits quite easily, and when you drill the hole it doesn't split it. So let me get the drilling machine. Okay, I'm going to be drilling these 3 holes now, and where I want to try and secure this as tightly as it possibly can. Now I just want to make sure that it's nice and lined up like I want it, and then I'm going to get my screws. I've got 3 of them here, and I'm just going to screw them in here. So now by pre-drilling these holes, it means it doesn't split the wood, and the wood should stay nice and firm. But I haven't screwed into the bottom one. I drilled into the bottom one, so it will remain nice and fast, and it's got all the grip that it needs. There we go, that's that one. Let me get another one. Let me do this further hole over here. Okay, while I'm busy doing this, I'm not going to bore you with screwing and stuff. I'm going to finish this one, and when I'm trying to fit it in there, I'll come back. Okay, I've now finished screwing those pieces of plank together. Now let's see how it fits. If I pick that up here, ah, what a wonderful fit. So this is how it's going to go, and I'm going to be putting some sort of hinge there, homemade hinge, and then when I want to pick it up, I'll just pick it up and latch it back to the edge over there. But I think this is looking really, really nice. So now what I have to do is I have to get myself a plank, and I've got to measure off how high these planks come, so that I can put two supports on either side to support this whole structure. So, I wonder if I've got a pen on me. No. So let me get my pen now. I'll measure off this, and I'll screw these structures together, and I'll show you when I'm finished. How about that? I'm really, really happy with this. Here we are. I've got this structure up. It's very, very sturdy, and it's lovely because I can just do that with it when I want. And on the far ends, where over here, instead of putting proper hinges, which cost a lot of money, I'm just going to drill a hole through the fencing panel beam that goes across and through the other part, and just put a wire loop in it, and that'll act as a wire hinge. So there'll be no real expense spent on that at all. And anyway, that's that one finished. I'm going to have to do the next one, and I'll see you when I've finished that. I'm not going to bore you with the details. You've seen me make the prototype of the one from the far corner, so I've got to alter that. So I've got another 2 of these to do, because the one's smaller in the corner, and I've got to repair the prototype. So let me do those, and then I'll get back to you, and we'll see how things are working. Okay, I've finished the main 2 portions behind me. That is this one over here, which can lift up, and this one over here, which I did the first time, which can also just lift up. And now I've got to do the complex corner. Now I have to first of all alter this. Now I've already made a measurement over here where this bar over here has to come in till this far. So I'm going to get to that now, and I'm going to alter this so that it can fit that corner, and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay, this is the last leg I've trimmed. Now I've made the one leg longer because remember this had 2 short legs. Now when it goes in there, it needs 3 long legs and 1 short leg. So I've made an extra long leg, the same size as that one, and that I'll be putting over here, and then I'm going to be assembling it, and when I've assembled it, I'll come back and we'll see if it fits. Okay, I've just assembled this all together. Now let's see if it's going to fit into the slot. So I'm going to bring it along, put it in here, and that's where it goes. Now, the question I've got to ask myself is, this is a little longer than this. Should I bring it further back, or should I just leave it here? And I actually think, sorry, it was just a stone. I actually think I'm going to leave it just here, so that I can get all these corners and that sorted out in one solution. No, I think otherwise. I think I'm going to recut these slots, and I'm going to cut them further back here. But now it's started to rain quite heavily, and the day's almost over. So I'm going to call it a day for today, and tomorrow we'll continue and make this a little shorter so that it ties up with this, and it's a nice straight tidy line. So I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-da!
Yes! Please subscribe!